We have a fantastic, a really vibrant, very active PE department. Lots of skills there in many different sports, and we're very fortunate actually. We're in phase 2 of the new Leaving Cert PE, and that has brought a whole new energy to PE, and particularly at the junior cycle. And I know they're very excited about the new specification. They've done quite a bit of in-service on the new specification coming out.
We're a big school in North Connemara. There's 6 PE teachers, so Roman went up to do the workshop, and we're all going to gain from his experience now.
Primarily, when we teach curriculum and we need to cover aesthetic activities and some movement sequences, most of the time we do it through gymnastics. And so I thought I will take this course just to learn something new and to see how can I make it here in our school. I really loved it and enjoyed it. Yeah, it was very positive, emotional, enthusiastic, and yeah, I learned a lot of simple new movements I can implement into my classes.
The knowledge that Roman got from the workshop was fantastic, and you know, all the other teachers can gain from that as well. I got to join in on it today, but all the others are very keen to give it a go as well.
This is about sharing the movement, sharing things that people might not have access if they're just here in the island. So it's about sharing movement, sharing a different culture, and spreading through movement. So dance is the tool for me to communicate with the world, basically. Yeah, but that's a bigger force behind it that always helps me and allow me to connect with people. Just take this day as a normal day with a different experience. You know, just allow yourself to be present and to enjoy and have fun. Don't put any pressure on yourself whatsoever. It's about like an energy that's being built up in the room for everybody to feel part of it. So everybody, I don't stop until I feel that everybody's connected. So it's the movement, the dance comes with it, but it's like an opportunity for people to just drop their whatever inhibitions. Yeah, and just be present. And move through the body and just forget a little bit about the mind and just go back to the body sense of being present. And obviously, because I work with music, it's much easier to achieve those senses. You know, the listen, you can listen to something, you can feel the drum in your heart. So it's really hard for people not to connect because the whole environment, it's made for people to feel like part of a party, almost like celebration. It's about celebrating time together. So we start building up the warm-up. I do my best to make a safe space for them. And then today we started with just sitting in a circle, just already making everybody being connected together and with this sense of community. So when you build up this structure and then you connect to, you know, your breathing, so that's, again, already bringing them to their body, not necessarily telling them, connect to your body, just like a simple exercise. They are already going there, you know, naturally. inhale.
The breathing, like that we worked on with Alexandra, will help you, like if you're nervous or anything, to like really like calm yourself before it.
I think it was something that was very different for them. Initially, they didn't really know what to expect, and there's always that little bit of almost fear that when you say dance to a group of students, they say, what are they going to be doing? But as soon as they got into it, I think you could see almost the mood of the group lifted, and they relaxed into it, and I think they just were just so buzzed at the end. They were just so happy, which was really fantastic to see.
3, 4.
So after doing the breathing exercise, we spent some time with Simeon. He's the music teacher, so he was guiding us through this kind of, giving us some flavor of how is it to be a player as well as a dancer. So this is, I would say, strategy was pretty much to get them to feel the rhythm before. So like somehow we are already building up something there, so they're connected to the rhythm before they start dancing. This is really important because the movement comes after the music, so the music comes first. You have to feel it.
Well, I was on the drums, and you like had a stick, and you had to like bang the rim of the drum twice, and then put your hand in the middle to like stop the vibration. And then we made like a big rhythm all together with lots of different instruments.
And how did you find that?
I thought the noise was like really good, and it helps us to relax before we started dancing. And
by the time they're more relaxed, they're connecting to each other, they're feeling like, I'm part of this. This is a journey, it's not someone telling me what to do, I'm part of it, I'm holding a stick on my hand.
1, 2, 3, 4.
After the music, we start dancing, do the warm-up, and then we are connected, and then I introduce some free movements, which is just me, like this safe environment of me just showing them the movements, and they follow me.
We're starting this journey as we're pointing to the ceiling as if you want to reach with one arm all the way.
After that, I have them. And then I'm one of them, and then they are me, and then we become one, and then I throw the choreography and they kill it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. First step. I can tell you when I know they're not connecting. I think that's the easy way, and then that's the one I look after when they're not connecting, because naturally it's very obvious if they're not feeling it, but I'll facilitate and make it as best as I can, so they feel connected to me. It's an invitation for them to connect with me. But I don't think we teach anything. Like, people learn things. Like, that's why I facilitate this, but it's up to them to receive it.
I think a lot of PE teachers in Ireland were when we hear the word dance, there's a little bit of fear that we are not maybe all fantastic dancers. But I think this just shows us just have a go. And then I think if we have a go and maybe sometimes we look a little bit silly, then the kids they lose that inhibition as well from us. And they get a good laugh off. Oh, look at Roman, look at Mr. Hatton. They're dancing as well, and then they get more into it as well. So there's a good opportunity for us to be role models as well in that sense to let them do it.
Just to see the students, just to see the joy, just to see the I suppose the skills that they were bringing into it, how active they were. But the main thing I suppose that came across for me was they were all very sceptical at the start. They had no idea what was going to happen. But to see that change and just evolve, and the students to relax and become really aware of what was happening around them, and working in such a fun environment with their peers in their class, it was just lovely. It was just lovely to see.
Yeah, I just did all the steps of the choreography and then respond to it, and then you work a little bit until you make a little masterpiece, and then they're ready to perform.
well, I learned that from dancing and playing music that you can really connect with it, and like it helps you to relax and get everything out of your mind, and you can just be free.
Yeah, the connection was really good all around. Like the beat really helped us like get with the dance, get with everyone. Everyone was having really good fun. It was brilliant. Like
It's kind of like a fitness session. It's like training or something like that.
How did you feel after it?
Tired. I have a match later, so.
In terms of well-being, they were just so happy. You know, it was just initially they're nervous, and then you see the smiles on the face, and you know that's worth 100 lessons in another well-being class to have them move around and dance. I thought it was fantastic.
This morning we were doing all the moves, and some of them were a lot harder than the others, but we all just didn't give up, and we all did it all together, and I think a lot of us got way better at the end.
We're all very knowledgeable about well-being and how it has you know been incorporated into every area of school life, and it really is. It's not the job of the PE teacher or the SPHE teacher. It's part of everybody's life, and you know developing that holistic development of the students. But I suppose you know them working through dance like this brings out the well-being indicators. They're active. They're aware of each other, and I suppose in this morning's class was the resilience. That's really shown through for me, because the students were stepping out of their comfort zone. They had to show a certain element of resilience. So it really did hit on a number of those, the well-being indicators. And it was just lovely. It was really, you know, there was that holistic development of the student definitely shown through.
The physical benefits for me was it helped with my leg strength, and it also helped with my fitness a lot, because you had to get down on your knees like it was really hard, but I really enjoyed it.
I think today was a brilliant once-off class for them, and we covered an awful lot, and I'm not sure maybe most PE teachers would have the same level of skills to be able to incorporate that. So it's build it up slow for ourselves. You could even bring in something like different cultures, different types of dance, so you could show the first week or two in a block. You could show little bits of maybe Irish dance, maybe Samba dance, maybe African dance, and then you could get the kids to explore themselves, which was their favourite ones, look at the different types of music at that, and then it could lead up to you know their own performance at the end, and you could have one group doing Samba, one group doing you know if there was a group of Irish dancers that they could come together, so they're working together. You have teamwork, you have communication, leadership, because you'll need one leader or a couple of different leaders per group, and I think it could be a really brilliant unit.
I would advise to start from something easy and simple.